Hi darlings, this is Christina. I am actually gonna have you get ready with me. We are actually going to a Mariah Carey Christmas concert tonight. So I wanted to kind of debut some of the products I purchased at the Sephora sale and combine it with this get ready with me. I am running a little behind, but we're gonna get this done. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, darlings, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about some of the products I purchased during the Sephora sale. I thought instead of making two separate videos, I'm just going to have you get ready with me. It's my husband's 40th birthday. And you know you have a good partner, a good husband when for his birthday, he wants to take you to see your most favorite female artist of all time, Mariah Carey, and we are going to her Christmas concert. First of all, my husband loves Mariah too, okay? Let's not get that twisted. She's an amazing vocalist, we know that, but also he loves Christmas. So I think it was like the best of both worlds where he was like, okay babes, I'm so excited, so stoked. So I'm gonna have you guys get ready with me. First thing I purchased was this Christian Dior Lay Balm. Now I have been holding tight on this little item, and for good reason. Obviously it's a very expensive hand cream, but I tried a sample of it and I loved it. I felt like it really did give my skin a lot of moisture. It held the moisture because it's so dry out here in California, and so it claims to have a long wear, and I feel like that's true with the claim. I also love how small it is. So for my little purses, like tonight I'm going to use my little Pauline bag and I'm going to put this in. It's small enough where it's not cumbersome, and you can, you know, place it, you can pull it out when you need it. It's cute, it's compact, it's got little Dior. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna purchase this at the Sephora sale. I did, I love it, and I'm glad I purchased it. I've been going back to primers. So this is not part of the Sephora sale, but I did use a base, and this is the Chanel Beige Healthy Glow Cream. This did not come in America. This did not launch in America, I should say. So I'm not gonna go over that too much, but I love how smoothing it is. So I put that on as my primer. We talk about skincare. I did splurge on the SK2. This is a very expensive facial essence, but it's supposed to have a lot of moisture retention, so it's supposed to help all your serums and everything work a lot better, and I'm desperate for some moisture in these months, so I splurged on it on the Sephora sale. I got the smallest size, maybe not the smallest, I think it is the smallest size, and actually this is a lot. A little goes a long way. I did splurge on that. So far I've been loving this leave-in conditioner, the Crown Affair. Now while I do typically go and get my hair done professionally, during the in-between I actually find that this is very smoothing, very hydrating, and your skin, not your skin, your hair just is so silky soft. And as an African-American woman, not every conditioner is gonna work for you. And I find that this one actually was really smoothing. And so I purchased the full size during the Sephora sale. In regards to hair products, I also got a little of this Bumble and Bumble. It is like a protector, like a primer for your hair. Try not to use tons of heat on my hair or my daughter's hair when she's not braided, but in the case or event that I do want to curl my hair like today, I did put this over top of my hair before I used all my curling things, and I find that it makes your super shiny, and you know, I haven't used it enough to know if it's going to protect my hair. My hair is very light, so it breaks very easily. So anything I can do to retain the moisture, the tension, to reduce breakage, I will do. So I did not purchase a new one, but I want to tell you I really like this, and perhaps the next sale I will purchase. I love my Gucci concealer, so I did already place that with my Chanel enhancer. I'm having the hardest time, guys, trying to keep my concealer from like fading out, bleeding all over the place. I'm gonna use this Milk Hydro Setting Spray. I love this stuff, guys. Okay, this is another one I bought at the Sephora sale. I had a small one initially to try out, and I ended up purchasing a new size. I like this one. This is different than the Charlotte Tilbury in the sense that I don't feel like this one actually keeps your makeup. it definitely gives you a dewy, hydrated look where Charlotte Tilbury sets everything. It is not going to move. So I'm going to use both of these today. I did also purchase their primer. I did not like it. I returned it. I got a small size, and I felt like in comparison to my other primers, it made my skin and my texture show up a little more. I wasn't, you know, we're not about that at this stage in my life. So I actually returned it, didn't care for it, but I still really love this spray. I am kind of looking for a lightweight, kind of medium coverage, very glowy foundation. And so I purchased the Givenchy Skin Care Glow Prisme Libre foundation. This is in the color 5N, and you know, I heard a lot of reviews. This is not new, by the way, but I'll show you. So I think it's really good. Now I will tell you, you don't need a lot for this. This is like probably what I'm going to keep. Like I'm not going to do too much more. I'm kind of looking for a new makeup brush because I have my Clé de Peau, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling like this, I don't know. It just doesn't like blend everything like I kind of wanted to with this particular, not just this one, but many. Like it's a nice brush, don't get me wrong, but like I'm wanting to like blend, and I still see like little patches sometimes of foundation, and that's so bothersome to me. Love to decorate my house for the holidays, so since we're in our new place, I felt it very necessary to get some new things for Christmas. So I was there looking at that stuff, plus I was shopping a little for my husband's birthday, looking for stuff, just, you know, for little knickknacks here and there. I'm not a big fan of Marshalls for clothes. I just am not, I never find real good luck there. But there's a Nordstrom's rack really close to the Marshalls that is by my house. So I always just head over to Nordstrom's rack, and that's where I found a lot of his gifts. I also got him some shoes from Johnston Murphy. He actually was doing the research. He told me he was looking at shoes at this place, never tried them. And I'll put a link here. And he tried them on. He said they're super duper comfy. They are so nice. So I highly recommend shoes. If you have a man in your life you want to spoil, good quality shoes for not breaking the budget. I got him a couple pair. You know, it's his 40th. I wanted to spoil him. You know, we were gonna go out somewhere for his birthday, but my sister's getting married and next year, and she had her wedding dress shopping yesterday. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful dress. It's crazy that I wasn't more emotional than I was. Like I really thought I'd be crying, but you know, it wasn't a moment of tears for me. Like I don't think that's going to hit me till she gets married. I just want to make sure she picked the right dress that she loved, that looked super flattering on her, and it's gorgeous. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that like the emotions have settled, because it was such a crazy morning yesterday. I can't even, like, I had to get myself out of a funky state because I was in a super funky state before I went to her fitting. And my sister lives kind of far from me, like an hour and a half away, and so she picked a bridal shop near her home, which is super smart, but like it made for, you know, me to be a little tired, and I had an early morning and I was already in a funk. So I feel like I got myself to the place I needed to be happy and love the moments that I was having with her, but like I wasn't able to tap into those like emotions of like sadness or even super happiness where I was crying. And but like now that I think about it, and I'm thinking about her dress, I'm looking at it, is making me a little emotional. She's my baby sister, and you know, she's 8 years younger than I, and after her mom passed, you know, she kind of became like my baby a little. In that sense, I just wanted to be like that mother figure to her. I'm not her mom, you know, but like she's my baby sister, and our mom is now deceased. So anyways, I'm not gonna go there because it will make me emotional. But let's just say we couldn't go anywhere this weekend because I had that important thing to do with my sister and she could not reschedule. So I've been loving this Huda Beauty Grunge palette. I like to use the Hope to darken my brows a little. I'll just fill it in a little with like a little eyebrow brush. This is what, a MAC, it's a MAC 212 brush. It's so old. I've had this brush forever. But this is why I don't like to get rid of brushes, because you can always, like, I don't know, I always find uses for my old brushes and I just love them. So I have loved this for that purpose. I just feel like it highlights my face a little better, so I've been liking that. Let's get down to some eyeshadow. So I did purchase the GUERLAIN Wild Nudes 250. I was oogling and ogling this particular eyeshadow some time ago, and I decided this is the time to splurge, right? When you're having their Sephora sale. So let me actually swatch this for you. And I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of have the intention of using this for my sister, who is, like I told you, deeper in tone. So I did purchase this with the intention of maybe using this as a palette for her wedding. You're gonna play with me with this. I thought this is a perfect color because I am wearing red to celebrate the Christmas season, and I'm breaking all my rules with this because I typically don't like to celebrate Christmas things until after Thanksgiving. I'm very serious about this. I hate that Christmas, like, the stores just don't give Thanksgiving its due justice. This is the best holiday in the sense that you just get to enjoy your family, eat, be merry. There's no gifts involved, like there's no pressure, you know what I mean? Christmas, I love it, don't get me wrong. It is by far my favorite holiday, but there's a lot of pressure with Christmas, right? Like, you getting your list, deciding who you're going to be spending on, you know, can be quite costly if you have a lot of people to shop for, you know, and I love it. I love gifting people. You know, I like to shop. So I think people who like to shop, I don't know if this is wrong, but when you like to shop, you also are like a really good giver of gifts because you know what you like. You know you like to shop, and I don't know. I very much enjoy spending money. I do. I love spending money on myself, mostly though. I love spending money on other people, my husband, my kids, our parents, you know, the kids in our lives that we love. I'm so sorry. I'm using this here color, the lightest color. That's who I like to spend on. I love to see people's smiles and reactions when you're blessing them. My friends, oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely adore buying for other people. I had a boyfriend who didn't understand like gift giving really. But that's also because he didn't like, I'm gonna do this. He didn't like shopping on himself. And so I remember taking him shopping, like to get clothes and stuff. And it really opened up his mind to like be able to spend money, like real money on me and others. Because I don't know, I just feel like if you're cheap with yourself, you're gonna be cheap with other people too. There's nothing wrong with like being on budget, don't get me wrong, but like if you don't understand the value of being generous in your gifting to people you love or to organizations or places that you really put a lot of value in. I could be wrong about this concept, but I just feel like because I've always liked to shop, I always like to bless people. Always. Always, always. Okay, now since we're gonna definitely be rocking a red lip, I have to keep this look very light. So I am also gonna make this obviously like a very smoky eye because this is a dressy occasion. This is very special. I have never been to a Mariah Carey concert. Isn't that crazy? I have loved her since like junior high. I felt like she had some songs that really got me through some hard times, like her Make It Through the Rain in high school. Oh my gosh, I would literally be crying listening to it over and over again because I had some hard times in high school. I think everybody has moments in their childhood that are really hard, and for me, high school, the first part of my high school was very hard for me. I cared a lot about what people thought about me and how I was perceived. And that was to my detriment, you know what I mean? Like now that I'm like almost 40, like I don't care what people say for the most part. But like when you're a teenager and you're just trying to figure out who you are and, you know, kind of make your place in the world, your friends and your surroundings and what your friends think of you means a lot, you know? And so I'm trying now to like teach my daughter in a healthy but understandable way. Like, yes, your friends are important, but what you think about yourself is the most important. And honestly, sometimes it's better if your friends, if you have toxic friends, that you just rock by yourself. Like, I've never been a person who didn't mind being by herself. Not in a depressed way, but I can go to the movies by myself. I'm so sorry. I mix these two colors together. I know you're probably gonna ask me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. This is the first type. I'm also gonna kind of blog this, guys. So, you know, I don't think I've ever done a vlog. Well, yes, I have. On my 39th birthday last year. But I'm gonna vlog with my actual camera, this Mariah Carey concert, a little for you guys. I'm so excited. we're gonna go to dinner first, or maybe like a dinner, because the concert's at 7. So we're gonna go to LA to a French restaurant we like. We don't get to frequent very often. But we're gonna go to this French restaurant, and then we will make our way to the Rose Bowl. I love going with my husband and just spending time. We like play our 90s jams or something, you know, when we go on dates. And we don't go as often as I would like, but we have been trying more that the kids are older to like carve out that time and spend that with each other. This Guerlain palette really surprised me. I really love how buttery the mattes are. Like, this is like my favorite matte palette I think I've ever tried. It's so nice. They're buttery, they're creamy. Keep this pretty, you know, heavy on the eyes in this sense because it is going to be smoky. MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to use that on my Refer brush. Love this brush. And I'm going to use, it's very broken, guys, so I'm not going to get crazy, but this is the Chanel palette, holiday palette with nothing but glitter. Love this palette for this. Okay, so I just want to let you know with that Chanel palette, I just used the first top 2 colors because that's all that's left, guys. That on the inner portion of my eye, and then on my right here, this area. I repositioned my camera because I don't know what was going on. It looked kind of weird how I was seeing it. Anyway, so sorry that the first part of the video may be me being too low. I'm not sure. Anyways, so underneath my eye, I'm not sure what I want to do. I may want to do the DANESSA MYRICKS. This is in the color Opal, or the Marc Jacobs. This is in that gold color. Colors this top brass. I don't know. This is pretty. Let's see. Let's just try both. I'm gonna do Marc Jacobs here. It just may not be bright enough for me, you know, because this is a very dark look. So let me just combine them. Now, unfortunately, this is a product that's no longer available. I got it on sale like maybe like a couple years ago. I know, it's probably expired, but I love it. And then we're gonna put DANESSA over it because it's a little brighter. I really like how this makeup looks now that I've been using that beauty blender. I feel like it helps pat it into my skin. Now, because it is very dewy, I don't know if you can see all the pretty glow going on. I'm not going to use my Hourglass powder. I'm going to use my Dior. This is the Face and Body Backstage in 4N. And I'm just going to pat it into my skin because it will start to glow. Because I told you I'm going to use that Milk Hydra Beauty setting, and that always makes everything super duper glowy. So I'm just going to pat this in. So I'm going to use my favorite lay liner from Chanel. This is a Noir, it's just the black. And I'm actually going to use a brown liner over top to maybe lighten it a little, because with the intensity of the red color of lip, I think it's going to be too much if I have like this very severe black liner. And I have a brown Huda Beauty liner, but honestly, like, it doesn't last as well as my Chanel one does. So I found that if I just put a, you know, color a very good eyeshadow brown over top, it's really good, especially while it's a little bit wet. I use the same eyebrow And so I'm going to use the color Hope, and I'm going to go over top of it. And then it just kind of lightens it a little. Just got to be careful that you don't get an over top of your makeup. And let me just hold my lid down a little. That really is the best way to do this. Okay, so you see? So it kind of just lightens it a little. Still intense, but it's lighter. Now, while I love my Huda Beauty mascara, I have been trying something else. This is the YSL Lash Clash in the brown color. And I actually really like this. Now, this I got prior to the Sephora sale, but I purchased the black one as well during the Sephora sale because I liked the brown one so well. But what I like about this mascara is that it really does give you fluffy lashes, and you can coat and keep going to your heart's content. Now, I'm choosing to do the brown because, once again, you know I'm going to do a red lip, so my eyes are pretty intense, so I don't want to get too crazy, and I feel like the brown is going to be soft enough that it will all just look so good, you know. And my Lay mascara from Chanel, Lay Volume, I'm sorry, which I think I'm gonna do today because I love the Lay Volume. And then I'm gonna go, and what I find that it gives a nice mix of the colors, and it makes your lashes super voluminous and fluffy. I actually really usually like to combine mascaras because I find that one doesn't do everything until I found Huda. But with the Huda, I don't know, since I repurchased it, it's kind of weird. It gives me long lashes, but I've been feeling like it's been clumping on me a little, and that's really bothersome. And, you know, I told you it hurts sometimes if I get too close to my eyes, where, you know, the Eyeliner, I'm sorry, the Chanel and the YSL, the brushes are very soft, so I never have those issues where I'm like tearing up because the mascara is hurting me, like the brush. I am going to clean up the edges here so it's very sharp. And guys, we are almost done. And I'm like really, you know, pushing my time right now because we got to drop my kids off. I was like not sure if I wanted to do this video actually. I was like, I don't know. I kind of just want to like rest. It's been like a really tiresome week. And I was like, oh, you know, building up the energy to make a video, like the setup and everything. And hopefully I'm out of this room pretty soon. My husband promised he's going to set up my vanity. And then I can do this a lot more easy, you know, because the setup itself is like a whole process. And sometimes, you know, if you've had a long week, you're not in the mood, you know, you don't have the same energy. I think, guys, so far so good. I know, I think I like it. I'm looking in the mirror. Okay, so now I've been going back to a cream bronzer. One of my favorites. This is the Chanel cream bronzer in $3.92. Okay, this is like the in-between color, not too dark, but the not too light. And you see, I have hit pan. There's a lot of product in here. And let me tell you guys, I love it. This is the Sonia G. This is her new sheer buffer brush. I bought this some time ago. I love it for cream products. I think it does a fantastic job of blending. Now, why I've been liking this one, to bring it back, is I feel like it gives a very natural finish. Now, with, you know, creams, I typically will put a powder over top of it because, you know, they need to be set. They're not going to last on their own. But the initial start, the initial, you know, application, I just love. I think it is the most natural bronzing. When you're doing very intense eyes and lips, you want to make sure your other makeup isn't going to be overwhelming. So this is the color O2 Atlas, which you guys know I love. And I'm just going to set it over top of that. So far, I'm feeling very very almost Christmassy. Okay. Now let's use my favorite. We're gonna use the Chanel Evening Beige. We're gonna just pop this over top, and it is breaking. So I've had this a while. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's probably time to declutter it, but I can't find anything exactly like it, so I don't want to let it go. This is your best blush. I love it because it gives you color, but like in a very naturalistic way, right? Guys, I have done this before. I do this with all my holiday looks. This is the Dream Red Lip Combo, okay? So this is in Ruby Woo. I had to buy another one because I couldn't find the old one, but I've had it a long time, so it was time. Target actually sells MAC, can you believe it? I needed it right away, and actually MAC was out of it. A lot of places were out of it, and Target had it. So hey, Target shipped it to me, and I have that for you. And this is the Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet in 58 Rouge V. This is my favorite. Red. It's so pretty. It's like a, I want to say like a berry red, but kind of like a berry red. But this with Ruby Woo is like the best combination. This is Ruby Woo. This is not a new shade, but these two combinations give you this super duper sexy red look. So I have a little lip gloss on, which I probably should take that off, but it's fine because I'm gonna blot with this lipstick combo because that'll help it last longer. And this makes your lips look so big and juicy and sexy. And I've tried a lot of red combos over the years, but nothing compares to this. It's so sexy. So I'm gonna blot. That's gonna hold everything together. And then I will put on a second coat as soon as I make sure this is perfectly lined. Charlotte Tilbury spray. So we can hold on and lock in all this work that I did. All right, darlings, this is it. This is my holiday Mariah Carey concert. Get ready with me from my Sephora products. Some of them, most of them, not all of them, but many of them. All right, darling, so I have to let you know the little details I added. I actually ended up using my Sublumage concealer because I wasn't getting these under eye dark circles as much as I wanted with a Gucci one, so I went back to that. I also added my Dior. This is a Les Adorbs golden shimmering gel, and I just used it all over my body. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little glistening. It smells delicious too. So that is what I added, and this is the final look. next one.